Goddamn right I did. Hey everyone, this is your host Tommy Vereen, and next to me is the old host, and probably next week's host, Danny McCormick. How you doing, Danny?
I'm doing pretty good. It feels weird to be on this end of the intro.
Yeah, well, I'm just stoked to get my first win of the week out of the way. First of hopefully at least two.
Yeah.
Well, from there.
Do you want me to continue from
Yeah,
there?
you can do your thing now. I
All
just
right.
wanted to
So,
open the show.
hey guys, welcome. It is Thursday, September 20th, 2018. At about 5:21, we've got kickoff in any second now.
Yeah, I've got to get these Browns points.
Yeah, Browns versus Jets.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, we're starting late on a Thursday. That means I'll have this episode out by Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
I expect it out tonight.
All right. Anyways, Danny McCormick, Tommy Vereen.
I already introduced us. I did the opening.
So, anyways, but I don't have anyone underneath me, but you do. It's right here, buttons.
Oh, you moved the buttons. I didn't see those. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Pat Mahomes down here. Usually I'm used to having Yo Mama down here, but it's Pat today.
Why is Pat down there?
Well, he doesn't do as good a job as your mom in certain areas, but he's a much better football player.
Yeah.
And that was evidenced by his 6 touchdown passes last
And
week.
they were all actual passes this time.
That's right. They left his hand and landed in a teammate's hands, who then crossed the end zone.
No, the only reason I
was already
say
in the
that
end
is
zone.
because in week 1 he had 4 TD passes, but 2 of them were I caught the hike and then I lobbed the ball in front of me 2 inches.
Oh, really?
Jet sweep type style.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Interesting. Way to pad those stats.
Yeah.
Nice point hack right there. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes was the week's MVP. He scored 32 points.
Yeah. Helped Ashley win.
Coincidentally, Todd Gurley also scored 32 points.
Yeah,
for Ashley,
but running backs get too much credit on the show.
And you expect Todd Gurley
no.
to hit to hit those 30-point marks
Yeah.
every now and then. But Patrick Mahomes is only projected 14.
Not only that, but we made it harder for quarterbacks to score points.
Yeah, so very impressive, very worth it. Week 2 MVP, Mr. Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
He's going to have a terrible week 3. I'm calling that right now.
Why, who did they play in week 3? Oh. So anyways,
That's right.
this
Ralph,
could be a little bit of an advertisement.
calling out Ralph. Come on down to Bullies. Come get some of this.
That's what I was going to say. Is this week the Panthers play the Bengals? We have a Bengals fan in this league.
The clusterfucker?
The clusterfucker indeed. Which is funny because you just called out a previous clusterfucker as well. The clusterfuckers should come down and join us.
Yeah, come on down.
All of them. Come on down, Ashley.
Bring
come on down,
Ashley.
Justin.
Bring Anthony back. Fuck it.
He's probably 9 by now, right?
At least. He's probably 10. Let's give him some credit. He's in the double digits easy.
Cool. But, so yeah, we will be at Bullies like we are every Sunday.
That's the Rob Drive Bullies. Don't know if
Yeah.
he specified that.
Rob Drive. And come down and root your team on. Root
Let's
your
go.
fantasy team
Go
on.
Tyrod Taylor. Go Browns defense.
Oh, they're doing color
Go
rush.
David Njoku. Well, the Browns are.
The
Jets are just wearing white
I
like
meant
they
to
always
put
do.
I meant to put frickin' Njoku in my dynasty league. I benched him.
Oh, well, hopefully he has 8 touchdowns now. Actually, that gives me great hope because if you forgot to start him, that's
I
probably
am
good
starting
news
him in
for
Jeff's league.
If he ever had a chance to break out, it would be today. Anyway,
What a throw by Tyrod.
that's a touchdown. Anyway,
So, where we are in the show, this scene is where we like to talk about last week's sweepstakes entrance. So this week we had much, much better participation.
participants.
So first I'm going to tell you the order in which it was, and then I'm going to tell you the points because there is some changes.
Ooh.
So the first person to send in their entrance this week was Randall. Good job, Randall. 10 points. You followed the rules and got 10 points. I said I would do points later. Apparently I lied. Next was actually the champ himself, Josh Gillespie. He got the second entrance in, followed by James Coberly, who also then tried entering in last week's sweepstakes word. Doesn't work that way. After the new episode comes out, last week's episode is now old.
You suck, James. Terrible
So,
job.
Anyways, then Ralph got in his second entrance, so he was number 4. And then Baron Peterson, the clusterfucker. He was going for some bonus points. He threw in some extra words like "Go Sharks" and "back-to-back clusterfucker."
I'll give him half a point
That's
for that.
pandering to me.
And me. I'll give him points.
Sadly, we can't do half a points.
Oh.
So Josh and James both didn't play by the rules. The subject of the email has to be sweepstakes, and the body of the email has to be the hashtag. So those were not correct entrances, so you end up moving to the back of the line.
Sounds to me like they fucked up.
Ruin that segment. Anyway, so
Can
Randall
we merge segments?
Randall gets 10 points. Ralph's going to get 9 points. Baron's going to get 8 points. Josh, 7, and James 6.
I like it. Does that mean we can make Josh and James the fuck up of the week?
Because we didn't have very many fuck ups.
No, it was pretty solid week. Everyone did pretty much what they were supposed to. So I say we just give it to them and make an example out of them.
We'll play the fuck up of the week.
All right, fuck up.
Baby, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up. This time I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Baby, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up.
There you have it.
That felt efficient. Like, just getting the fuck up out of the week in the middle of the sweepstakes.
Yeah,
That's another segment. You can cross off the list.
Yeah,
this is what happens when Tommy Vereen hosts the show. Efficiency.
All right, so we've got 3 of our 10 things out of the way. So next up on the list is to get into... Oh, by the way, congratulations, guys, on winning Fuck Up of the Week.
Way to fuck up, guys.
Yeah. All right. Got to make sure that's official, that we point at them. So here is what happened last week.
Yeah.
As you can see, I dislike Jay Ajayi, and that's working out for me.
Disliking Jay Ajayi is working out well for you.
Poor Cody. He would have beaten everybody who lost and one person who won.
And he would have tied another winning team.
Yeah.
So, tough luck at the draw there, Cody. My replacements, they're getting better. We're getting there.
Yeah, you would have beaten 2 teams this week.
Yeah, which is more than I would have beaten last week. So this is how the movie goes. You know, there's some rough obstacles to overcome in the beginning. The team will gel and solidify. It's already starting to do this. I don't know if you know this or not, but my team has a pretty impressive resume. I actually have 2 of the top 3 rushers in the NFL.
Wow.
In addition to the NFL's leading receiver.
Dang.
Yeah,
Did you start that leading receiver in week 1?
Not in week 1.
Did you start those running backs in week 1?
No.
Week 2?
I started one of the running backs in week 2. Actually, no, I didn't. I started none of them. I did start the league's leading receiver in week 2.
That's good of you.
So this week, I'm going to start one of those running backs.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Okay. Letting the other one rest, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm predicting a win next week, but we'll get into that next week.
Into breakdowns. You're already ruining breakdowns.
Well, we haven't done, we still have to, Jeff won. Fuck Jeff. Ashley won. Ashley beat Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin did not have a good week. Yeah.
I think Justin might know a little stat that I know, but we'll get into that later.
Okay. The champ starting off 0-2, and the clusterfucker starting off 2-0. How about that?
The champ makes a big time trade to get a top guy.
Traded his first round pick next year for DeAndre Hopkins.
And scored 108 points. That hurts.
I'm telling you, Gillespie Bowl hangover, man. It's a real thing. And that seems to be happening right now. Well, we'll see if Lev Bell ever comes back. Maybe Josh won't be out of playoff consideration by then and make something happen. But
so
I don't know. And then James's mighty cucumbers continue to roll over Ralph.
You mean he wins for the first time?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But a good scores both weeks.
Yeah,
I think James is up there in league scoring. And Ralph, a team that both of us liked a lot during the draft, coming out the gates 0-2.
Yeah, I remember we had even said that he would take longer this season to abort, and not that he's aborting yet, but this week's pretty dang important.
Yeah, it is. I might kick the tires on some trades with Ralph and see if I can get him to sell to me.
He's going up against Cody this week.
Ooh,
that's a big game for both of them.
That's a rivalry, isn't it?
It might be.
Ooh, a little rivalry preview. Interesting.
So, yep, this is what happened last week. Anything else you want to say about it?
Nope.
There's one more thing I want to say about it, and it is I am so sorry, Baron. I am so sorry, Jeff, and I am so sorry to me. No team, we just hit a bunch of adversity all at once. We might be undefeated at 2-0, but we're done for the season.
Yep, it's not a good thing. You don't go 2-0 in the CFoD.
No team in CFoD history, and that dates back to 2009. No team has ever started the season 2-0. And then ended up winning the championship.
That's right. That's why I did things the right way. I started off 0-2.
So actually, Justin losing to Ashley was probably the reason he's going to win it all.
Interesting.
And James lost last week just to get it out of the way, and now he's going to.
James isn't making the playoffs. Come on.
Well, so wait, Barron's not making the playoffs.
No, Barron's making the playoffs.
Well, I predicted him not to. So Barron's not making the playoffs. Jeff's not making the playoffs. Randall's not making the playoffs. You think James is the fourth on that list?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I third on my list. I think the clusterfucker's making the playoffs because he has the clusterfucker's on a 2-year streak of making the playoffs. I think it's going to happen again.
The clusterfucker is the first team in the CFoD this season to win a game not scoring 140 points.
Oh, look, it's Tyrod running. That's cool.
140 points is an important thing in this league. He scored under it.
Oh, so all I have to do is score 140 points and I'm good?
Probably.
I'm going to do that this week.
All right, good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, so after last week, we have updated standings.
I'm not in last place. I'm awesome.
And I'm not in 6th place.
Things are looking good.
This feels good. I kind of wish you were right. How do I point here? Camera work.
It doesn't
my
matter
hand here.
because I'm doing better than the champ. That's where I was going to
There we go.
start. So that's good.
I wish you were there.
Also, I don't know if you know this or not. Last time I went 0-2, I won the championship.
You sure about that? I just know that when you did win the championship, you started 0-2.
I hope it's the last time I went 0-2. Maybe not. I will fact check that. But right now, I'm going to say it with confidence.
Okay, that's fine. So, anyways, here we go. Me in first, Jeff in second, Clusterfucker in third. Followed by a whole slew of 1-1s. James, Cody, Justin, Ashley, Alan, Randall. I know names.
Good job. You nailed
Then-
all those names.
Then we've got Ralph down there, who's surprisingly down there. We've got you down there, who we expected.
That's what your mama said.
I think it's funny that I said the second thing I said after that when you meant to press the button before that. Anyways,
It's okay.
followed by
All inclusive.
Josh down there at the bottom. 2 bad weeks, and when we get to breakdowns, I have something special to show you with that. I edited it differently.
Oh, I want to see.
All right. Well, we are done with standings. So after standings, we normally go to fuck up of the week, but somebody already played that segment.
Already done. Efficiency.
So I guess we'll move into next week, and what the most important thing you need to know going into next week. Hear ye, hear ye. It is time for tips from the clusterfucker.
Looking for a real player for your team? Then head on over to the waiver wire. They've got quarterbacks, team defenses, and kickers. That's it for this time. So from the Clusterfucker, see you next time.
That was this week's Tips from the Clusterfucker. See, I didn't even know there was a thing called the waiver wire.
Those are stellar tips, Aaron. Thank you very much for that.
Plus, God, he is buff.
Oh, yeah, he was almost as much as I lived.
But, all right. So, I'm going to use this opportunity here to do the sweepstakes word. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Let's get another segment out of the way.
Okay, so, speaking of another segment, we forgot Cool Dude. Oh, well, the cool dude was Justin.
Justin,
And
you had a lot of bench points.
And the cool guy was Justin. The cool dude was Will Fuller. Poof. Okay, they're
Yep,
cool.
there he is. Look at all those
And
points.
now, sweepstakes. You know what? Fuck it. Let's make the sweepstakes this week be hashtag cool dude.
I like it. Hashtag cool dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to send
so,
it right now. Oh, is that a...
Pass
That's a
interference?
pass interference. On
Do I get points for that?
I don't think so.
My defense did
We
it.
should look at that.
So, email the CFoD show at gmail.com. Subject line sweepstakes. And body of the thing says hashtag cool dude. And get your points.
Make sure you follow the instructions, James, Josh.
All the other people who haven't emailed in yet.
Yeah.
You're not being a cool dude right now.
Want to break some shit down?
Yeah. This is the
CFoD.
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 weekly breakdown. That's right. Sorry, Tommy. You are game number 1 this week.
That's fine. That's Randall's fault. 'Cause I mean, I know he has a win and I don't, but that's how I'm looking at it.
All right.
I'm going to change that.
So the projections say that he is going to beat you by 9. He's got in his back pocket, he's got Quincy Enunwa. He's got Kareem Hunt. He's got Calvin Ridley. He's got James Conner. He's got quite the lineup of unsuspecting talent.
He's got a solid lineup.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure out the projection. It seems a little high to me, but that's okay.
He could have had DeAndre Hopkins instead of D.D. Westbrook.
Yeah. That's funny that he trades away his best player and he's still projected to win here this week. But projections aren't anything. It's all about chemistry. And I figured out what my problem was. There was a rat on my team, and his name was Chris Boswell. Ooh, 6 points over 2 weeks. Nothing but extra points. Fuck him. He's gone. Dan Bailey's in. And that, solidifying that kicker position, is a lesson that I've taken from Barron, and I'm going to use that to start my championship run. Tommy wins.
You do know that Dan Bailey is going to kick 5 extra points this week, and that's it, right?
That makes sense, but you'll make them all, and maybe even a field goal. Who knows?
Nope.
He won't miss 3 field goals.
Buffalo's not going to stop him.
Well, he'll kick 7 extra points then. How about that?
Maybe. But yeah, Deshaun Jackson has scored like 28 points per week.
League's leading receiver. There we go.
And I think David Johnson has a total of 8 points on the season.
That's right. If David Johnson ever performs like a number 1 pick, then things will be looking in my favor. But that's fine. I don't need David Johnson to perform because I have Matt Breida, the NFL's leading rusher.
I also see that you've got Njoku, you've got Tyrod Taylor, and the Cleveland defense.
Yeah, this game right here is kind of important to me. So we'll see how this goes. Tommy wins.
Tommy wins. I'm picking Randall.
All right, fuck you. I'm in contention.
That's right, game number 2 between Mighty C. Cuckoo and the champ is her.
The champ is her. Champ has a lot of questions to answer.
Yes, this is the thing I was talking about earlier. I left in on my edit here the little tab that you click on that shows news for the players because this shows that he's got 5 players on his team with the questionable tag right now.
Indeed. So, a couple points to that. Pretty sure DeAndre Hopkins is fine.
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald is supposed to play this week.
Yeah.
I think Goodwin's on track to play this week.
All on track to play, but that doesn't distinguish.
I don't know about Shady. I don't know if Shady's going to play this week. I mean, Shady always plays. We should probably assume he's going to. But
he just heals his cracked ribs.
Tough matchup against Minnesota. I'm actually going to side that Shady doesn't play. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Even still, he's already projected 8 points instead of more than that because they're putting the risk in there, it looks like.
Right. And has Shady hit 8 points on the season?
I don't know.
Oh.
I would check, but we've got 2 monitors with the same screen so that we can. Yeah, it's showbiz. We don't need to talk about
Let's
showbiz.
say no. Let's say Shady sucks. And that's why I'm picking Jose Canseco to win.
Yeah, his team is better.
Consensus.
Yeah. That's right. Game number 3. I was actually considering making this one the big game of the week.
Whoa.
Just because of its implications.
There's some
Ralph.
big implications.
Yeah, Ralph 0-2. He needs a win. His team is good enough to make it to the playoffs, but if he starts 0-3, that's a tough hole
0-3 is tough to come back
climb out of.
That's what your mama said.
So, but Cody, he got a win in week 1. He did not win week 2. He just ran up against the juggernaut. And his team's not as good as the projections say. But I think if Cody can string a few wins together over opponents in which he's not projected to win, that can really help him get into the playoffs. Because he still has to play Randall. He still has to play you. He still has to play people on bye weeks. You know, it could happen for Cody. I could see him sneaking into the playoffs and making a run at name number 2 on that belt. But let's break this game down officially. He's got Alvin Kamara, projected 25 points, which he can easily hit.
In the first quarter.
Yeah. Versus Dalvin Cook and Kenyon Drake on Ralph's side. But Dalvin Cook, he might not play.
No, he might not either. We'll see how that goes. Kenyon Drake's looking good. The receiver matchup, I think, is pretty even.
Yeah. Crabtree's probably the weakest play there.
Definitely. And against a tough defensive matchup with Denver. But I like Thielen. I like T.Y. Hilton. I like Ralph's receivers, too. So it's going to be a good matchup. But
this is probably the game to watch. And I think this will be the first close game of the CFoD season.
It could be. But I tell you what, I'm believing in the Fitz magic. He's got the NFL's leading receiver. He's dropping bombs all over the field the way Jameis Winston didn't know how to. Even Dion Lewis, I expect to have a solid game against Jacksonville. Alvin Kamara is the truth. Adam Thielen doesn't stop. And I think there's going to be some underrated performances in there from Kyle Rudolph, Danny Amendola, Jared Cook, catching those underrated passes.
The
making the small plays.
$55 catches.
The $55 catches, indeed. He paid a lot for those catches.
Yeah.
They better materialize. And that is why I'm picking Cody McDougal to win this game.
That is bold. Now, here's my counter argument. I think Ralph has the slightly better wide receiver matchup, and we know how important wide receivers are in a PPR format. Golden Tate's going to catch a billion balls. Nelson Aguilar doesn't have Alshon Jeffrey playing. Probably doesn't have Jay Ajayi playing. And he'll have Carson Wentz back in the lineup. So Aguilar's probably going to have a great game.
Yeah, here's the thing. But they just signed Jordan Matthews, too, to take back over that slot position.
Which one? The first or the second one?
Both of them.
Oh.
The point is, Aguilar has been playing well in the slot, which he probably wouldn't play with Jordan Matthews in the lineup.
You think so?
I don't think so. So we'll see how that goes. Jordan Matthews is basically just a slot receiver. He pretty much stays right there. And it's a great matchup against.
Well, if they just signed him, doesn't mean was he going to play?
I think he knows the playbook. He was there a year ago.
A couple years ago, yeah.
No, it was a calendar year ago.
Okay.
He got traded last.
But anyways, Trey Burton. He's got Trey Burton. He's got Kenny Stills, who I like a lot more than Danny Amendola. Oh, look, it's a battle of the Miami wide
They're on the
receivers.
same team.
And then he's got another quarterback there. You know what? I think I'm going to take Ralph to win this one.
That's fine. You're going to be wrong, but I'll take the contention.
Game number 4. The Clusterfucker playing another former Clusterfucker
Barron's
2 weeks in a row.
He's just going around. He's got a list of former clusterfuckers, and he's going around just staking his claim as the greatest clusterfucker of all time. That's his goal. And he's going to continue that this week against Ashley.
Did you know that if Barron wins this game, he will tie his all-time season amount of wins?
That's impressive. 3 weeks in. And, I mean, you want to talk about a close game in the last one. These guys projected the exact same number.
That's right.
140 up there.
Now, that means we have to go through and actually break down the players and see who we like more.
Well, Ash's team's easy to break down because 80 of her 140 points are going to come from Todd Gurley and Patrick Mahomes.
That is true.
If we're going off of history here. She's also got Jordan Howard in a matchup I like against Arizona. Tom Brady. We haven't seen the same Tom Brady so far this season.
Well,
but
he's played against
Detroit.
he played against the Jags and the Texans. I think Detroit's going to have a little bit easier of a
Come on,
defense.
you're the GOAT. I want to see better out of that.
Okay.
I want to see better.
Well,
So,
he's got Josh Gordon now. We'll see how that goes.
We'll see. Hopefully well. Hopefully quite well. On the other end, we've got the clusterfucker over there. He's got Carson Wentz, as you said, returning against Indy. It's a great matchup, but we'll see. We'll see how that Russ is gonna.
Well, I think he probably could have came back in week. Well, I mean, not cleared for contact, but I mean, if they would have forced him to come back, I could have seen it.
We'll see.
But they waited, and I think it was good for them.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. He does have the Zach Ertz stack on there, so
Yes, he does.
So that's a good thing to have if Ertz has a good game.
Ooh, he also has Isaiah Crowell. I wonder if he actually started him.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
You keep breaking it down.
I'll keep breaking it down. Mike Evans has been having a great start to the season.
Yes, he has. Almost like he's got a Fitz magical quarterback.
I'm telling you, the Fitzmagic is going to continue. So with those factors in there, it's close. And as we've seen so far, Todd Gurley and Patrick Mahomes have the ability to break a game wide open. They could absolutely do that in this game or in this matchup. But when I'm looking top of the bottom of the lineup, I've got to side with Barron on this one.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley caught 14 passes last week.
Which is more rushing yards than he had, I think.
Yeah. And yes, he did start Isaiah Crowell. He's got 3 yards so far through half of the first quarter.
All right, so he's on pace for at least 1 fantasy point.
Which probably is a plus in Ashley's camp. But you know what? I think Barron's going to win a lot of games this year. Consensus.
But you picked him to be the cluster.
That's right. Game number 5 between me and Alan.
Okay,
Probably the guy I know the least in the league.
Both of you have beaten me. You have that in common.
It was easy.
Pricks.
So tell me why I'm going to win, Tommy.
You're going to lose. I pick Allen.
All right, well, I guess I'll break it down. I've got the amazing Cam Newton to Christian McCaffrey stack.
I'm sorry, carry on.
No, I don't have Kerryon Johnson in this league. But anyways, I've got Kenny Golladay. He's a Lion. And currently I have Blake Bortles in my lineup, but I think I'm taking him out. I think I put him in there just to have Blake Bortles in my lineup during the breakdowns. Leonard Fournette hopefully comes back. If he doesn't, I could put in Jay Ajayi. Oh, wait, no, he's injured too. I guess I'm playing Peyton Barber.
Trade your first round pick to me for TJ Yeldon. Problem solved.
Oh, okay.
Insurance.
On the other side, I see the stack of. Oh wait, no. Kirk Cousins doesn't play for the Redskins anymore, so he can't throw it to
He'll have trouble throwing it to
Jordan Reed. But anyways, he's got Landry going right now. Let's see how many points does Landry have. Not that I'm looking this up right now. I just know off the top of my head. Oh, he's got 0.
It is only the first quarter, so it was easy to know that he had 0.
Well, there's 10 minutes gone already. But anyways, I've got lots of good players. He's got lots of okay players. I am afraid that Zeke Elliott's going to have a big game. But other than that, no one on his team scares me.
Yeah, I was just kidding when I said I picked Allen. I'm picking Dan.
Oh, I also have Will Disley in my lineup, which probably is
just
going
shake
to
my
happen.
fucking hand.
That's right. The big game of the week between Justin and Jeff. Tommy, how you feeling about this one? I guess Tommy's going to watch some football. So anyways, we've got Justin versus Jeff. This game is going to be the slobber knocker of all slobber knockers. We've got...
That's what your mama said.
All right. We've got Justin with his stacked team. Antonio Brown, Julio Jones. How could you fuck that up? Melvin Gordon, Rob Gronkowski. Even Giovanni Bernard is going to be a great play. This fumble, huh? Anyways, but then we've got Jeff, who always does great. He's going to make the playoffs, unlike what he says. He's got Keenan Allen. He's got Michael Thomas. He's got Juju Smith-Schuster. That is quite a stacked lineup of wide receivers himself. Now here's where Jeff falls short. His running backs. He's starting Chris Carson and Marlon Mack.
There you go.
Not terrible, but yeah, good play. Not terrible, but not Melvin Gordon and Marshawn Lynch good. So I have to side with Tommy on this one and go with Justin wins the game.
I didn't say anything. You know what? I'm just... I hate both these guys. I don't really have anything to say. I'm just going to exercise my inner Vontae Davis, and I'm just going to call this. Later.
We still have to...
Nope.
But...
Deuces.
Okay. I guess that does it for this week's Weekly Breakdowns. All right, guys. That does it for this week's episode. I wanted to have a little bit more banter here, but Tommy decided to, Vontae Davis on the show and retire. He says he'll be back, but I don't know if I trust him. It's halfway Vontae, half-day Le'Veon, but halfway is what I meant to say if it didn't come out. You know what? I think I want to go watch some football too. So, guys, thank you for watching. Send in your sweepstakes. Send in your love. # farewell season. Go CFoD yourselves.
Until next time, this is the clusterfucker saying, until next time. Okay.